If you invest in real estate in Thailand without using real market data to drive your decisions, then you're bound to overpay for a place and it'll take years for you to recoup your principal. But if you use the 5 free data-driven tools that I'm going to show you in this video, you'll be able to make an assessment with statistical certainty whether the property you're viewing is a good investment opportunity. The site that I'm using to demonstrate is called FazWaz, which is a property listing portal as well as a real estate agency. I've linked to this site in the description of this video, or you can always click on this banner here to get to the site. Okay, so this is the FazWaz website here. So let's say you're interested in buying a property in Bangkok. So you type that in here and then you'll come up with a number of listings on the left here, and then you have a map view on the right, and then you can sort your properties based on price, the number of bedrooms, the type of property, whether it's a condo or a house, and the various features and amenities, and so on and so forth, like whether it's nearby public transportation or the square meterage of the living area. Now, to make things a lot more easier, I've already pre-selected a place here. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 36 square meters in size on the 5th floor of a project called Hasu House. It's built by the top developer, Sansiri, that completed the project in 2016. Now, this place is listed for sale for 4.429 million baht, and that brings it to a price per square meter of 121,000 baht per square meter. If you notice here at the sales price, right above, there's going to be this green bar that says, "Great price." Gee, thanks. But how did you know that it's a great price? Well, scrolling down here, there's a section called price analysis that says that the estimated market value of this place is actually 4.79 million baht. And at the current asking price of 4.429 million baht, it means this condo is around 361,000 baht below the market value, or 8% below in the Bangkok area. And how they did this was they analyzed this against similar condos based on previous transaction data. So like I said, FazWaz is both a listing portal and a real estate agent. So they collect data throughout the entire process from listing all the way to the completion. So they have transaction data, and they analyze also the current market situation, the neighborhood details, and the specific details of this property, yada yada. And it is powered by what's called the FazWaz AVM. So we're going to look at that, and they say it is Thailand's most accurate and intelligent residential home valuation model. It's an automated valuation model, AVM. Some of you in the West may be familiar with platforms in the West that are very data driven, and FazWaz is bringing this data-based approach to the Thai real estate market using all these collected data to come up with different valuation models that help all parties in the buying and selling process. And they've collected enough data where they feel they are confident that they are pretty close to being accurate. So the more data you collect in statistics, the more accurate you would be to the valuation price. So if you look at Bangkok, they have a median absolute percentage error of just 0.28%. So they're pretty darn confident that the estimated market value that they've gotten here is very accurate, and so they're with only a 0.28% of error. So that's a really great tool. And then you've got a bar here that says great, good, fair, and above. And so based on this current asking price, therefore it's a great price because it's 8% below the market value. So that's the first very useful data-driven tool that you can use. So you look at this place now, you know, okay, at 4.49 million baht, it's 8% below the estimated market value. So this is a good deal that's worth looking into. Now, this is a metric that you can use to analyze the current value against the whole market. Right now, another thing that people want to know is how about the price of this condo project throughout time, right? You want to see if this place has depreciated or appreciated throughout time. Now, FazWaz does not have this tool, so for just this feature here, I'm going to go to a competitor site. I'm not afraid to use a competitor site. If I think the stuff is good, I'll use it, called HitFlat. And so I'm going to search in Hasu House, that's the name of the project here. And when you scroll down here, there's a section called Historic Asking Price per Square Meter. So the project was, since it was completed in 2016, it had an average asking price of 93,000 baht per square meter. That was what sellers asked for back then, and it has trended up, as you can see here, and it has made a dip in 2020 because of the pandemic, of course, but now in Q3 of 2021, you've got an average asking price of 121,000 baht per square meter. So that gives you context on the historic asking price of this place. Now, why hasn't FazWaz created a feature like this? Well, my assumption, I haven't talked to them why, but my assumption is that this is simply the asking price, right? This is not the final settled price. This is what the sellers listed their condos with. The thing about HitFlat is that it's only a listing platform, so any deals that were done, they wouldn't really collect the data there. However, FazWaz would. So this may not be the most accurate data in terms of the historic appreciation of the price of this place, but I still think it's pretty useful to see because it shows how confident the sellers are when asking for a price for their condos. So now that you know this place here, Hasu House, this one bedroom, is below the current market value, and the project itself has had a historic asking price trending upwards, I'm pretty interested. So if I buy this place as an investor, and how much would I rent it out, right? Because that's what I want to know. I have no idea. Well, there's also the third tool that you have, which is called the estimated rent of 18,300 baht per month. So where they got this number from was from 1-year rental contracts from similar units, 1 bedrooms in this project as well, and they averaged at around 18,300 baht per month. So FazWaz collected this data and presented it to you as an estimated rent that you could rent this place out based on the average rental price of your neighbors. So that's very nifty. So that helps you make a decision on how much you want to rent this place out for. And with this number here and with that sale price, it gives you a rental yield of 5%. And the gross rental yield is based on the estimated rent that you have here. Now, this rental yield is your yearly return on your investment, right? So renting it out at 18K for a year will give you a cash flow of 5% of your principal of 4.429 million baht. Now, the next question you may have is, okay, 5%, that's good. Now, is that a good amount? Well, I'll tell you that based on my experience, 5% is dead smack in the middle. It's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible either. The unit that I chose here, I chose because it's a pretty decent investment opportunity. 5% is the average that you'll get in Bangkok. Obviously, anything beyond that is great, and below that, it may not be worthwhile. You might want to look at something else. So with the rental yield and the estimated rent, and with this sales price here, you get a price to rent ratio of 20, and you come to this number by taking the sales price and divided by the yearly income you get from renting this place out at this much per month, right? And so it's the sales price divided by 1 year's worth of rent comes 20, and that is basically a back of the hand way of looking at how many years does it take for the annual cash flow from this place to completely pay off the principal of 4.429 million baht. So in this case, it's 20 years. And is that good? Well, again, that's pretty much in the middle. Is something above that, and then you're looking at the rental yield may not be attractive enough, and so you'll have a high price to rent ratio. It'll take longer to pay the place off. If the rental yield is higher, then you'll have a lower price to rent ratio, right? So that will take less years to completely pay the place off. Now you may think, gosh, 20 years, that's daunting, 2 decades. Yeah, that's how it is in real estate, but I also want you to keep in mind that as property prices increase, rent also can increase as well. So you can increase the rent of this place from 18, you can maybe in the future ask for 20, 22, 25, and that'll give you a higher cash flow per year, which will lower the price to rent ratio, allowing you to pay off this place sooner than before. So to conclude, so these are the 5 tools. So you're looking at this place, you're looking at the estimated market value, which is this place is listed at below the estimated market value by 8%, so that's good. You're looking at the historic asking price, and that's trending up. Okay, that's good to know. And then the third thing you're looking at is, okay, this place has an estimated rent of 18.3K per month, so that's good for me to know. I'll know how much to rent it out for, and if I rent it out to at that price, I'll have a rental yield of 5%, so that's the return on my investment. And finally, 5, I have a price to rent ratio of 20, and that is a metric to look at of how long it takes for the cash flow to pay off this place completely. And this gives context around your investment, and you're able to assess this investment opportunity based on actual market data out there. So this really helps new real estate investors coming into Thailand to really assess the investment opportunity and make proper informed decisions that will make them money. So I encourage you to use the FazWaz website. Go ahead and browse all these places, and if you find any place you like, go ahead and register to become a member so that you can add them to your favorites. And then when you're ready to start the process, you can then contact the seller to request more information, request a viewing, or submit an offer. So I've linked to FazWaz website in the description of this video, and also the link just popped up here for you to check out as well. Thank you so much for watching. Happy shopping, and I hope you find a great place.